What's up? What's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you again. This is an update on the Michigan family about the 60-year-old boy that was shot because he left his bicycle in the yard. The article is by Gossip, and the article is written by Zach Langley. It says Michigan family sues neighbor accused of shooting 6-year-old boy over bicycle left in yard. Okay? So, it says sometimes being black in America means being shot by your own neighbor at the age of 6 years old and then watching your victimizer be released from jail 3 days later. Sometimes accountability means making violent racists say I'm sorry with their wallets. As we previously reported earlier this year, a 6-year-old boy, Cody Daniel, of Spring, I apologize if I mispronounced that, Township, Michigan, was allegedly shot in the arm by his neighbor Ryan Lee Nager, who is also accused of chasing the child with a sledgehammer for committing the egregious and heinous crime of checks notes, okay? Leaving his bicycle in Lanegren's yard. Lanegren was charged with assault with intent to murder, but he was released and allowed to return home after his bail was initially set for a measly $10,000 until public outcry prompted a judge to increase his bond, to $100,000. Okay? It says, according to TMZ, Cody's father, Arnold Daniel, said his son is still grappling with the pain and trauma of being shot for doing the most basic thing that children do, and that he will need to get trauma counseling as well as psychotherapists. I apologize, I'm tongue twisted. And physiological counseling. Daniel said his neighbor should be held financially responsible for the damage done to his son because they knew children in the neighborhood played near their yard, and it was their responsibility to keep it safe for the kids instead of being the biggest danger for them to fear. Daniel's suit also alleges that Lanegren had shown aggressive behavior towards his children numerous times in the past. Hopefully, Daniel receives all the coins he is suing for and is able to get his son the help he should never have needed. And hopefully, Lanegren ends up under the jail where he belongs. Unfortunately, America is still America, so hopefully is really all we have. And like I said, this is a short story, just an update of what's been going on as far as Cody Daniels, the little boy that was shot. I previously did a video about this where I actually did show the video. Actually, the point where the little boy was actually shot, you can actually see in the video where the little boy it was like oh snap, I left my bike. And you'll see in the video that the little boy turned around. He proceeded to go retrieve his bike, and at that point, the little boy was shot. And you can actually hear the little boy scream out, "I've been shot." And then you see the other little kids run down the street towards him. And like I said, man, there was no reason to use that type of force against a 6-year-old. He is a 6-year-old. Like, come on now. At 6 years old, man, getting shot just to go retrieve a bicycle, I mean, that's really, really crazy to think about it. And luckily there was video of it, because then it would essentially have been his word against theirs, and there wouldn't have been any proof. And I mean, who knows where it would have been. The mere fact that the judge let him out on a $10,000 bond, or let him out again, depending. I mean, come on, look at what he's being charged with, and you let him out on 10 grand. Who does that? You know. But I mean, and then he was like, oh well. Let me put a couple of extra zeros in it because it's public outcry that a child was shot. Ooh, let me seem like I'm doing my job. And then he raised it to 100,000. Like I can't take people. Some people, I mean, if it was their children, I'm not saying that they do have children. I'm just saying hypothetically, if it was the judge's child that it got shot, I'm pretty sure that judge would move heaven and earth to have the person that shot their child put in a jail with no bond. There's no reason for this man to be able to go back to his home and live comfortably and not atone for the things that he's done. I mean, the situation obviously could have been a lot worse. Thank goodness that it wasn't. And I'm going to keep you updated on this story just like I do all the other stories that I do. And as always, like, subscribe, and share. And I would definitely like to know how you feel about this update. And sadly, I have to say that, I mean, they don't get the message until they start losing money, much like everything else in America. It reminds me of a post that I posted on my community feed. Most people don't see that other people's suffering or other people's problems is a problem because it's not a problem to them. And this is just basically an example of what I was trying to relay in that post on my community feed. So with that being said, you guys, thank you so much. As always, I always appreciate each and every one of you for viewing and commenting, whether you like or dislike on my video. It's all the same to me, but I'd appreciate it nonetheless. And I will get back to you guys in the next video.